Hello, my beautiful Taurus, and welcome to your general reading. Or if you're new, welcome for the first time. If you're returning, welcome back. This is a general reading, so please do take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, do check out your signs, your other signs in your chart in case they resonate more. We are going to be doing a general reading for the end of February, which may fade into March a bit there as time is fluid in tarot. We will be using this deck, the Psychic Tarot deck, and the Archangel Tarot deck in case you were interested to do your clarifiers, but we are going to do a general reading here, so let's just get right into it, shall we? Alrighty here, I hope you are having a wonderful week so far, my lovely Taurus. All right, this top row is kind of what you are feeling right now. The second row is more what you will be feeling or see coming within the next week or so, perhaps ongoing maybe. And we'll certainly get clarifiers again, as I mentioned, but let's take a look. Hopefully you can see these cards. The first card is the Hermit, and that could be a number of things. You may either feel like you've been kind of locked up lately. It could be weather. It could be that you've just been so busy. You've been inside working away too much, or it could be something where you feel like you just haven't felt yourself and you just haven't really wanted to be out and about with people, out and about in the public. The Hermit card could, depending on its clarifiers, depending on other things here, it could have a number of meanings there for you particularly, but for the most part, I would say for a lot of you, it may just be that you kind of feel like you are stagnated right now, that you're kind of stuck, inside, either emotionally kind of stuck or just physically. You've been like cooped up, stuck. You've been stuck at work, you've been stuck inside, you've been stuck doing whatever you're doing, and you kind of feel like you need to, get out, reevaluate some things. The second card here we have is Temperance in reverse. And that's typically a card where you're making a decision or trying to balance certain things. But in this case, with it being in reverse, I feel like at this point, this kind of goes along with that Hermit card. I feel like you don't have a whole lot of choices you're feeling like. I feel like whatever it is that you feel stuck in, you feel like you are kind of at a loss. I feel like you almost feel like you are without a choice of what to do, that you don't really have a lot of options with the cups. You don't really have a lot of water to dip your toes in. You just feel like you're really stuck right now, perhaps. That may be with your job. You feel like you're in a dead-end job that's going nowhere and you're just not happy about it. You could feel like you're really stuck in a relationship and you're just not happy about it right now. And you're kind of trying to figure out how to get out, but it's just not there for you right now. And again, this is followed by the Two of Swords, again, in reverse, which, typically is a deciding factor. But I feel like, again, this is something where, something's keeping you bound to it in a way. And, if you look at her, she is blindfolded in this with the decisions, but it's not even like she's getting to make her decision with her sword. So it's almost as though, you wish you had options to get out, but something is keeping you from having those options. So you may feel like you're in a controlling relationship right now. Again, you may feel like you're in a job or position that's dead end. You may have financial troubles right now that are causing you to feel very limited in your resources, or limiting your ability to make decisions on what you can do. But I do get the distinct feeling that right now you feel very stuck in whatever it is that you're in, and that you're almost wishing, that something, and again, I feel like it's something very controlling. So I almost feel like for some of you, this may be that you're in a controlling relationship, that you have a relationship where, they don't really want you to go out with your friends. They don't really want you to go out and do the things you want to do. Maybe they don't want you to work certain jobs. They won't, they don't want you to spend time with certain people. I just, I have a something in me is saying that this is, that you may have a controlling relationship. It could also, again, it could be a job for some of you, that kind of thing, but take it how it resonates, of course. But down here, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and that's under the Hermit. And again, usually the Page of Pentacles is somebody who's bringing opportunity, to you. But again, this is in reverse. So I feel almost as though the Page of Pentacles may be this person that is taking that opportunity away from you or stopping these opportunities from coming into you. Again, this is giving me a distinct impression or vibration that somebody is controlling something about you. This could be a parent. This could be a loved one. You know, there may be a decision that you really want to make, something you've expressed that you want to do, and they're just not allowing you to do this, or they're really, really sabotaging the way that you want to make this happen. But for some reason, I feel like with that falling, especially right below the Hermit card, that they are really trying to keep you from being able to get out and do this, whatever it is. And you know, it could be something as simple as you wanted to take a class, something new, you know, anything that you're wanting to do. I feel like this person is trying to cut off that opportunity, any opportunities for you, whether it's a job opportunity or you know, an education opportunity or an opportunity to get out and about, opportunity to whatever it is, you're feeling very stuck, and there's a specific person that is controlling that for you. And you may know exactly who I'm speaking of, but I'm definitely getting that distinct feeling. The next card is the King of Swords in reverse. And to me, that's falling right under your Temperance in reverse card. And that's letting me know that this person is also somebody who has some authority over you, or you see as an authoritative figure. So again, this could be a father figure, a parent, a mentor. This could be a spouse. This could be a boss that, you know, you're really trying to, you know, grow in your job, because this is a Pentacles card. You know, you could be trying to grow in your job and they're cutting you off at every pass. They're sabotaging your ability to get a raise or a promotion. And you were just really feeling bound up. Like, what do? I can't make any decisions that are helping because this person's really locking me down here. They're really stifling me. They're sabotaging me. They're blocking me. They're everything I do, they're keeping me from being able to move forward. And so I feel like that's the case here. Again, and I do feel like this is an authoritative figure who is using their authority in a negative way. And that's why the card is upside down under your Temperance card, because they are taking away your ability to have choices, to be able to move forward in a positive light and make decisions the way you want to. But they are a kingly type figure, so somebody that you see as an authoritative figure. And then the last card here we have is this Devil card, and this Devil card is falling right under your Two of Swords in reverse again. So I feel like this is somebody who is either just spitefully doing this. This is somebody who is competitively doing this, or somebody who is doing this because they don't want to lose you. You see there's two people chained together on the Devil card. This could be a significant other who is afraid, you know, if you go out and you get a job, you know, you'll be out. This could be a very jealous person who they're afraid if you go out and you get a job, you meet new people, you go out and about in public or join groups, you meet new people, you'll leave them, you'll see them for what they are, you'll see that they're a jealous person, that they're a controlling person, and they can't risk that. They can't risk you leaving them. So they'd much rather keep you, you know, at home in the house or doing what they've got you doing, you know, whatever it is. But they're the absolute overlying thing I see here is that you are in a position where you feel completely stifled, completely controlled. Somebody that you see in an authoritative position, or a position of I would say just, I don't necessarily want to say authoritative, because your spouse shouldn't be authoritative over you, but they're trying to flex authority over you. But it could be, like I said, a boss, a mentor, a spouse, a parent, something like that. Somebody is trying to flex an authority over you, even to the point of possibly sabotaging incoming opportunities and things like that, to keep you from moving forward in a way that you want, to make decisions, to have your own life, to make your own decisions the way you want. So let's get some clarifiers on these, because I don't really like the energy that this person's giving off. I mean, they're giving off double energy. That's number one. But number two, it seems like every time that there's a choice or opportunity coming in, it's a reversal. Like they're taking this away. And it's taking away in a, with the devil energy, it seems like it's being taken away in a manipulative way. It seems like it's being taken away in a very calculated way for a reason that benefits them. Oh, we got a jumper here, so we'll use that. So we have accelerated motion on the Hermit. And I think what that is saying to me is that you are doing your very, very best to get out of this situation because you recognize it for what it is. I feel like you know you're stuck and you absolutely do not like it. And you are probably doing everything you can to get out of it, but you have a lot of things working against you, I feel like right now. How about this Temperance in reverse? Suffering in silence. Well, I can imagine you are. I can freaking imagine you are, to be honest with you. These cards are letting me know that you are feeling very, locked in. You're feeling very much suffocated almost by this. So, at this point, somebody here is just not wanting you to succeed. How about this Two of Swords in reverse? Material harvest. And I think this tells me that with that being in reverse and the material harvest, they do not want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet financially. The next card being the Page of Pentacles coming in reverse. Page of Pentacles is often bringing in opportunities of financial abundance, jobs, things like that. Again, I feel like this is a very jealous person, or a person who is very controlling. A person could be a spouse, significant other, somebody who is afraid that if you become independent, financially independent, or no longer need them, that you will realize you don't need them, period, and you will leave them, and they are scared of that. Also, I do see the 9 here twice, so if the number 9 means anything to you, we'll keep a lookout for that coming up again. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Partnerships and alliances. So I do feel like that's what's happening with the Page of Pentacles. There were partnerships and alliances trying to come into you, and they are doing everything they can to stop you from having any sort of partnerships or alliances. They have really tried to sabotage that, cut you off from anybody who might have offered you job opportunities, abilities to get out. Anything like that, I feel like is something that they are trying to keep you from having, because of that's only going to allow outside influence to point out what they're doing, as if you don't already see it, which I know that you do. I know that you see that. This King of Swords energy in reverse, moving on. And that's exactly what they're trying to stop you from doing. And I think that that King of Swords is the very person that is terrified that you will move on without them. And again, this doesn't necessarily even have to be a romantic relationship. We all have family members. We all have best friends who are scared, roommates even we've had that are afraid you'll move on without them and they'll be left by themselves. Oh my gosh, what will I do if they succeed and they move on? And, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic situation to be a controlling situation. And anybody who's been in a controlling relationship knows that. But I do sense that this is a romantic situation, to be honest with you, for more of you than not. And this Devil card, material and spiritual prosperity. So that is exactly what they're trying to cut off. They're trying to tie you to them so that they are your only provider of material and spiritual prosperity. And they're trying to convince you of that the only way you're going to be able to make it is if you stay tied to them. That the only way you're going to be able to survive is by staying with them. That you're not going to be able to make it on your own. You're not going to be able to, pay your bills. You're not going to be able to have the things that you have without them, that, you need them, all of that. And that is what they are using to try to convince you as part of their bargaining chip with themselves, really, more than anything, because you know better. you think you know better, but unfortunately, when it's been pounded into your head long enough, it's almost impossible for anybody to know better, because you do have that worry, that second guessing. So let's see what the angels here can offer as advice for you, because it does look like you certainly need some advice, because you're dealing with someone who is not good for you right now. I hate to say that, but I'm just reading it as it comes. So ascension, accelerated motion and ascension over this Hermit card. So you just want out. You just want out of here. You want away from it all. You want to get up out of this situation in all forms, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You want out of it completely. But you do have fears. And again, those fears are because of this. This person seems like a very narcissistic person. They've groomed you to believe what they want you to believe. And they've gone to lengths to do that. They've cut off other people. They've convinced you can't make it without them. There's a lot going on here that, seems like a very narcissistic relationship. And so it's making it very difficult on you. Again, we see 6s, 9s. Those are inverted, obviously. So again, 6 and 9 or 9, 6, one of the two, obviously flipped, either one. If either of those mean anything to you, they're very, they're prominent here. So suffering and silence, charity. And again, the temperance here and the suffering and silence with charity. And I think that's just saying that, the only thing you can do is accept charity. I think what that is telling you is that you need to look for help any way you can. There are help groups, there are help numbers for people who are in bad relationships, narcissistic relationships, abusive relationships. If that's something that you feel compelled to do, reach out to them. It's anonymous. And if that's something that you feel like you need to do, then do that. If this is something that is really and truly resonating with you, then do not be afraid. There are help groups for people like that, and just support groups. And you aren't alone in that regard at all. Trust me. Let's see what we've got for this one. Archangel Raphael. And Raphael is one. This is where you don't have much choices that you want, because, they want you to believe that, again, your only choice is them, essentially, to bring you any sort of material gain, harvest choice. And Raphael he's an archangel who brings you a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. And I think what that is saying for you is you need to seek knowledge. So you need to find out how many resources there are out there, because there are a zillion, okay? There are a lot of resources out there that will help people who need to get a fresh start financially, emotionally, mentally, and Archangel Raphael is going to help you to do that. But you need to arm yourself with knowledge, and you can do that very simply. And it's something where you can do it with a phone call, online, things like that, and get the help you need. But you can definitely, there are help groups out there, and support groups, both emotionally and financially. Okay, so just get the knowledge that you need from Archangel Raphael, because you do not need somebody to survive. You can do this on your own. And I know that when somebody's telling you that over and over, that you think that, but you can get the help you need. It's there. But just look and arm yourself with knowledge. That's going to make you feel stronger. This partnerships and alliances, and the page in reverse is purpose. So what I'm saying here to you with this is that I feel like this person is trying to cut off your outside ties, but the one thing you need to do, whether you can right now get those outside ties or not, is you need to decide what your purpose is. And by purpose, I mean, what is it that drives you? What is it that you love? What is it that you want to do? So not what is it you feel like you have to do. If you were to get out, what could you do? Don't be sitting around thinking, you know, what's my last resort? If I had to get out, what could I do? Last resort, I could try to get a job at McDonald's, you know, or I could try to work at Walmart because they're always hiring, you know, these kinds of things. What could I do? What do I know is hiring? What do I know I could get a job doing? What is your passion? What is your purpose? What do you feel like you would really enjoy and be good at? Because you don't want to jump out of one thing into something you don't necessarily enjoy, just because it pays the bills. But if you're given an opportunity to get out and do something, try to choose, if you're starting over, something that you do enjoy when you do have the ability to make those partnerships and alliances eventually. And you will. I do truly believe you will. You will get out of any controlling relationships that you have. But get into one that is your purpose, that you enjoy. Because they say if you enjoy your work, you never work a day in your life. What do we have for this moving on in this King of Swords? Insight. So you're just going to have to look inside yourself and really, really think to yourself, what do you need to do to get out of it? How are you going to get out of it? Use all of the tools at your disposal. Again, there are charitable organizations for you. Archangel Raphael is here because there are so many financial helping hands for people who need it, okay? And there are places out there that you can get work if you need to. Things like that. Don't let this person make you feel like you have to have them to survive. You do not, okay? You are more than that. So just have the insight to know that you can do this without them. You don't need them. You don't need them, and their energy is negative. You don't need that negative energy in your life whatsoever, okay? And then this last one, we'll get some clarification on this last one. Alrighty, what do we have here? And we have Justice. And that is my favorite card for you. So the Devil is the underlying card, and they've tried to chain you to them. But material and spiritual prosperity is what they're using against you, okay? They're using that as leverage. I pay your bills. I take care of you. You'll never be able to make it without me. You won't be able to have this nice a house, this nice a car. You won't be able to pay the bills. How will you afford your kids? How will you, whatever it may be, whatever it may be. Well, guess what? You'll get justice, okay? If this is a person you're married to, a divorce, there is justice in that divorce, okay? They will have to pay if you have kids. You know, you will get part of things if you get divorced. There will be justice for you in that. If you're just together in a relationship and you split, the justice will be that you will be able to live on your own. And the best justice is living well without them. You will be fine. But the best part is you will get justice in the end. You will have your justice over this devil energy. And you will have it with material prosperity. I do believe that. And it may take some time, but you will get there and you will be fine. As I said earlier on, you will be fine. And this is right under Archangel Raphael. So arm yourself with knowledge and you will find justice, because there's nothing that you can't do if you know all the ways to do it. There's always ways to get justice, okay? You just need to know them. And don't be fed their nonsense. Get the information yourself from correct people who know the real score, not just what they want you to believe, okay? So you will get justice in the end, you will. And I do believe that. So if this is you, and this is not my favorite reading, because I don't like to tell people that I feel like they're in a controlling relationship and it makes me sad. But this is a very happy ending for you. And I'm very happy to be able to share that with you. So I hope if it did resonate with you, please do like, subscribe, share so it can get to the others. And let them know that justice will be theirs and that they can do this. Otherwise, I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you later in the weekend, towards the weekend, for your weekend energy reading. Bye.